When you quit your job, you start to see things very different, like differently, like your perspective to life changes, and the way you see things, the way you've been thinking is not the same way as you think. You see where I am right now. I'm taking a walk right now. It is 12. Is it 8? It is 12. It is 1 p.m. and I'm taking a walk into the nature where it's quiet. I love it here. You know, I've just quit like a month ago, but I love it here. I love the quietness. I love the nature. And I can't wait to show you where I'm going right now, where I'm taking a walk. You will love it there. Now, there are so many things why. There are two reasons. There are so many reasons, but today we are going to talk about the two reasons why people quit, stay at their jobs, and even if they don't like the job, they still stay at their jobs. Now, one of the things is money. We cannot sit there and pretend that money is not something important to people when they are in their 9 to 5 and they hate the job, but they still be there. Yeah. So you got to forgive my shaking camera. I haven't got equipment to hold the camera still. I'm using my hand. So, money. When I first got my first job, they were giving me 42,000 Ugandan shillings. That is about $125 or something. But I was super excited that time they gave me that money because I thought I'd made it. I just joined university, and 420,000 was a lot. But this is one thing I realized about money. The more you grow, is the more you want more of that money. Yeah. For example, when I got my first salary, I was super excited about it. Yeah. But as time went on, like 2 months into paying me and everything, I started praying for an increase because I realized the money wasn't enough. And that is the cycle that we are all in. I prayed, told God, you know what? They need to increase my salary. And eventually they did actually. They did increase my salary. When they did, it was a few months. Again, I needed more money. So the loop continued for a long time. And I realized that, you know what? You will never get to a certain digit in life and you're like, you know, this is the money that I really, really want and I'm satisfied with the money and everything. You will never. So, keeping yourself at a job that you hate so much just because of the money does not make sense, because there is no time, there is nowhere in the world you're going to feel satisfied because of the money you're getting. Let's say you're getting $250,000 per year, yeah, $1 million. You will never ever get satisfied with that money, because at the end of the day, your needs will increase and you still need the same money over and over again. Yeah. So money shouldn't be the reason why you're on a job that you hate so much and you stay there for years and years and years working for that paycheck. I'm here to remind you that working for a salary, I know you've had this several times, but working for a salary is like, it will never be satisfying. Reason being is you will never get to do what you want. For example, I'm taking a walk right now into that nature and everything. And this is something that most of you cannot do, because for you to take a walk, there is a schedule you need to follow at work. Yeah, you need to wake up at a certain time. You need to, if you want a vacation, you need to talk to your bosses. Then your boss will be like, you know what, I'll think about it. Well, one of the things I'm enjoying this in this life, where I do not have to work for anyone, is that I get a chance of saying, of going wherever I want, whenever I want, at any time. And I'm the kind of person who loves nature. Yeah, we're about actually to reach where I'm going to show you the place. The place is beautiful, and I'm the kind of person who loves nature. And me loving nature means I had to step out of that fear, because that paycheck can keep you there for long. Now, hopefully I'm not getting off track. I was telling you, you cannot do this. Most of you cannot just wake up on a Tuesday at 1 p.m. and you take a walk into that nature, because maybe your lunch hour is just 1 hour, your lunch time, maybe it's 2 hours or 30 minutes. And when you're done with that, you go straight to your desk and sit. Yeah. So if you're chasing that bag, you're chasing the money, I'm here to remind you again that there is no amount that you're going to reach. There is no amount that you're going to reach and you're going to be satisfied. It's not there. Yeah. And I realize, I'm so glad that I realized this way earlier. I'm not so young, but I realized this at the age of 27. Sorry about my camera handling. Look at that. Look at all that nature. So I realized this at the age of 27. Actually, I quit last month. I quit in December 2025. If you're seeing this, maybe, I don't know when you're going to see this. So I decided to dive into YouTube and try to figure out how I'm going to create another source of income, but recording and doing what I love to do. And that is to live. I love to live. Yeah. I love to live. I love to be in nature. I love to go and see the water. I love to do whatever I want, whenever I want. The other thing is identity. People stay at jobs they hate because of identity, and that is very dangerous. Why? People stay at their jobs they hate because of titles like deputy, HR, manager, principal, and everything. There's a factory down there that is making a lot of noise. Such titles, people are staying at their jobs because they want such titles. Because you can use those titles. Let's say you meet up for a family gathering or meeting, and they ask you, what do you do for a living? And then you're like, I'm the manager of this, I'm the regional manager, I'm the principal of this. And that is why they are staying there. To me, that is not reason enough. That is not reason enough you should work a job that you hate. Personally, when people ask me these days, when people ask me what I do for a living, I tell them I do YouTube for a living. And of course, they are interested in knowing how I do YouTube for a living, because of the country that I'm in. YouTube is not something that is common. You cannot just wake up and tell someone that you do YouTube. Or some people, I don't tell them what I do. Because I do not owe anyone an explanation of what I do for a living. Like, I don't have to tell anyone what I do for a living. You understand? To me, it doesn't make sense. I don't have to tell anyone. I don't have to prove myself to anyone that I do this and this for a living. Yeah. But some people, that is a big deal to them. And I can try to understand. People love titles and people love such things. But personally, I'm not that kind of person that is going to go down a job and work tirelessly just because of a title. Yeah. Also, this takes me back to this takes me to a point where people love brands and trends and everything. My friend, brands are good, yeah, but they shouldn't make you I don't even know how to explain this to you. You following trends and buying expensive things, people really don't care what you're putting on, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, now I've reached. Look at that. I'm going to get closer and you see. I say, people don't care what you're putting on, what you're driving, all those things. People really don't care. They will see and appreciate for a certain period of time and they are like, you know what? That's it. So if you're working your butt off, lack of a better word, to please people or to gain these material things and everything, I think you are doing yourself a disservice. Yeah? You are really doing yourself a disservice. Because people will never care what you're putting on, what you eat. People actually do not care at all. And the sooner you realize this, the better. Yeah? The sooner you realize this, the better. Now, this is the place I'm in right now. It's pretty awesome. Yeah? I think I'm going to go even closer. But when I go closer, you guys won't be able to hear. Now, with such nature, most of you people are not going to be able to see this, to be honest. You won't be able to see this. And again, it's your choice, really. Yeah? I'm 27 years old, but I try to live life at my own pace, my own decisions, and I don't want to sit there and someone is telling me what to do, how to do what I have to do, where to do what I have to do. This is what I want. I want to be there, wake up, and take a walk into the nature. Yeah? And basically just sit on the rocks and relax. Yeah? As you're making the money, as you are making the money, do not forget to live. As you're making the money, do not forget to live. Most of you forget to live life. To me, this is living life. Look at all that. I can literally take a walk anywhere that I want. Why? Because I made a decision. Right now, I feel like I know for a fact so many people are back at their jobs and everything, and they are stressed about life. Man, that is not the kind of life that I wanted to live. And yes, I started this YouTube channel, and to be honest, sometimes you post a video and things don't work. But me, I'm the kind of person that is very patient. I'm very patient with life. Nothing, I don't rush to do anything. Like, honestly speaking, I'd never rush to do anything. And I know that some of you are there and you love this, to be honest. You love this. Yeah? And you're still scared. And I understand. Living a 9 to 5, living your job is not easy. And I understand. But what I can tell you is that nothing is easy in this world. But you choose. You have to choose. You have to choose what you want. This is what I wanted and I chose it. And it's surprising how things fall in place. You understand? Surprising how things fall in place. Actually, in my next video, I'm going to be telling you how things are actually. Things are sometimes it's not easy living without money and everything, but other times it's important. It's important to do what you love. Yeah. Now, I told you living my 9 to 5 was hard. But I'm super grateful. This is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Like, I've ever made. I won't say in my life, but it's one of the best decisions I've ever made, because I get to live life. Yeah. If I want to swim, I can just dive into that water and no one will tell me anything. I'll just go and swim. I don't have to go and pay for a swimming pool. I don't have to, you understand? There are no restrictions in this kind of life. Of course, it has its struggles and everything, but as of now, I get to see all this. Yeah? As of now, I get to see all this. All that nature. You know, you might be, again, there is fear. Yeah? You may be afraid. But again, you choose the life you want. I believe that life is about creating memories, yeah? Creating memories with people that you love, with family, with friends, with yourself, yeah? So what I decided is to share my life here. I won't say I'm not so much of a camera person, but sometimes I just don't like to hold a camera and record. But it's fun. It's fun recording your life and looking at yourself later on and you're like, hey, is this me living this kind of life? So yeah, this is where I am right now. And yes, I quit my 9 to 5. You can do the same, to be honest. So stay tuned. You can hit that subscribe button and enjoy. I know the video may not be perfect, but it will. Later on, I now perfect my skill.